Stadium in Atlanta. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Jones to throw. He's going for it all. He's got it down the field. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. They'll run it. It's ball. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Wiley. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Here's a heat. Leaping grab for a big gain. All the way. Touchdown, Dogs.
Let's go. Let's go.
Quarterbacks have to do a great job in the pocket, letting routes develop, taking their time.
Yes, sir.
He does, throws the ball down the field, receiver catches it, and then does the rest. Takes it in to the end zone for 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They capped that one off in style. A 74-yarder for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack.
What are you turning on? Huh.
He'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball.
Me?
There he goes.
I said what it's turning on.
Off a pretty good chunk of yardage and got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I said, what the fuck is
The
turning
Gator
on?
ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've
How
got some
many
good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Fires on the move.
To her house?
Oh, what a play. It's intercepted.
Oh, he's saying
And
her.
you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Palmer? When it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception.
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Keeping
Yeah,
defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Maybe some room.
Why you always saying that what you get out of it? Where you keep getting this from? Where you keep getting this term from? Where you been using this all day?
Who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Guys, let's chat about Georgia. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Moving out to the right. Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll give to Frazier. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Nate Frazier. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. 2nd down coming up in this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Stockton. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Georgia going up tempo. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got the quick pass. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. The Bulldogs using their 1st timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action. Still looking on the move. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Jones wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida.
No, that's fair.
It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was #1 team you wanted to beat.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Ball. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming. The Gators want to move quickly.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the 1st down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point.
Caught, and he's got room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust. And some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The play action fake. Looking for space to the left. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Isn't the play action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow him down as much as possible, but it's predicated, too, on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play action, because they did not bite on the play action fake at all.
Jones to throw. Rushes on him. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Humphries. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm. The passing game looking good.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Finds his tight end. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Quarterback making checks. Handoff for Frazier. Crosses the tag. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Dogs line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. Going for 6. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas, situationally in the game, coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Jones wants to throw it. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it, so the windows are not going to...
Lofts one high and deep. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 17 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Frazier. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Frazier again. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Going to the run, it's Frazier. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Frazier again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You know, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that can keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass. And you just saw the speed off the edge by that DN.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And that's the guy you got to try to avoid when throwing the football. He leads the nation in interception. The dude is an absolute ball hawk. You are asking for something bad to happen when you throw his way, and they're lucky he didn't pick that one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's to give the ball. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the 1st half. 2nd half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun. Give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Escapes the pressure going right. Working the middle. Ripping through the defense. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Rides to the back. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on third down. Everything.
Come on now. I ain't seen nobody. Hey, you got to watch the next 3 games. Got to win. Check. Yeah, I got to tune in the next 3 games.
He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jones to throw. Pulls it in. It's Mays. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Gators headed quickly to the line.
That's a good start for this offense, but it's got to be all gas. We've got to be fast. We can't guarantee ourselves we're going to score 2 two-point conversions after we get these 2 touchdowns. Maximize this possession. Got to be aggressive.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2
that
interceptions.
was said in the group chat. Wow.
They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
It'll be third and long. They just keep firing. He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. To the house. Touchdown, Florida.
And that's exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
From the gun. Quarterback moving. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Nah, he went over the top on that one. Ugly shit, though. The cornerback looking a little bit slow out there.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Runs ahead and powers its way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Rides the option, he keeps it. Maybe a crease. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did.
Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all.
Nice move to keep
running. In the algorithm.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn the...
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
From the red zone, it's Frazier. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on third and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Mays.
I see LSU in the SEC championship, man. Know you in the chat, boy.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Jones wants to throw it. Extending the play. Fires downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Pryor. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Jones to throw. Fires to the big fella. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese.
Good game, bro.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.